Wow. I had a thing I was gonna say, and then I completely derped out on what it was. Obviously, this one's going to be a little bit more expansive. Oh, never mind. I thought we were going to Archimedes 2. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. So, yeah, sorry. Okay, so, yeah, so what's the Spartan space surfaces? What's the plan? It's kind of funny. I could start in Stanton, I could start in Terra, I could start in Nyx. I guess I could also start in Castra. We'll see. If there's one system that I really like, because all of those systems, the truth is that all of those systems are systems that are part of the sort of area that I want to inhabit, that I want to operate out of. So, it's, so any one of those is one I could start in. But I'm thinking Nyx. We don't know how crazy Nyx is going to be. We don't know how crazy Pyro is going to be. I actually do not want to operate out of Pyro, funnily enough. And as such, I am kind of reluctant to check out Pyro, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, I also mentioned something about why I want Star Citizen to come out in before 2030. Well, yeah. There's the Imperator election. We had one for 2020. Addison, this independent tech person who wants to lift AI restrictions and improve education, is basically what their whole deal was. Unfortunately, they haven't really done much with her as the Imperator. They kind of had this whole backstory thing with the regen tech, the respawning. It's because it was like a military secret, basically. It was secret military technology, and then she found out about it and was like, yo, we have to make this publicly available. This is like the only morally correct thing to do. So, that's pretty cool. AI restrictions, there's been inroads, and probably there are some groups who, there might be, some groups that have, made a little bit of, making a little bit more progress on it or whatever. Don't really want to go into that facility, but, I guess we're going to do it anyway. What was I going to say? So, my idea... Ideally, I'm not going to be concentrating on anything, apparently. I do want to be sort of not too... well, I don't know. I don't want to be super specialized, I guess. It would be nice to have, okay, I'm going to do my thing, you're going to do your thing, but we're both, working for the same organization for the same goal. And, I'd love to just be, this is Spartan Space Services just has trading outposts, and that's our deal. And we align with a bunch of people, and they're all also obviously welcome in, maybe there's alliance facilities, and then some exclusive, maybe there's some exclusive Spartan Space Services things, but probably not. Maybe some Spartan Space Services rooms, and maybe they're, just so that my people always have, some place some a roof over their head, and obviously like I'd extend that to any allies, but you know, gotta prioritize, right? But yeah, and that would probably be a decent one. I definitely don't want to PvE. I'm not gonna say that, like, if you're a PvP person, I'm not gonna say that you're not welcome, but I certainly have no I don't have any interest in PvP. So, you know, like, bear that in mind. Wow. Wow. Okay. 5 grenades don't... Yeah, and that's also one of the kind of bullshit scary things about, like, crafting and the weapons being just like... Oh, this weapon's just suddenly more powerful. Like, yeah, it's... Yeah, who knows. Anyway, how the fuck did I miss some of those shots? What the hell? Oh, sorry, maybe I am getting tired. Maybe I should. I don't know. But yeah, we're probably just going to, our main thing will be, just doing some mercenary, like, throwing out pirates. I will definitely probably be on the lawful side of things. And I had envisioned basically capturing pirate ships and then refurbishing them and turning them into, refurbishing them and turning them into, and selling them as used ships. I think probably, yeah, probably what'll happen is I'll just... Probably what'll happen is I will, take those ships and then just break them, dismantle them, get the components, and that's probably what it's going to be. And probably trying to hold on to some stuff, because obviously, like, again, hopefully, like, tier 1 weapons or weapons that you loot, you know, hopefully, like, that stuff will be worthwhile to keep on to, or at least it won't be useless, right? Here's hoping. And obviously, like, yeah. Obviously, the shopping and the crafting is just a part of the whole deal. Trying to, basically incorporate a few gameplay loops into my whole deal. And obviously, like, yeah, having a trading materials for goods. Like, yo, I happen to have... Or materials for materials. Like, yo, I happen to have, a bunch of plastic. I don't necessarily need all this plastic. It's been piling up. If you'd like, I can give you this plastic for some metal. I'm short on metal. On gunmetal. If that's a trade you'd be interested in. Potential other citizen. Jeez. Yeah. So, okay, it's also going to be an interesting thing. I don't... Yeah, so the systems that I want to expand to, by the way, It's going to be a strange expansion. It's, I guess, kind of along the Vanduul front, if you will. Oh, shit, I forgot about this entire game. Holy fuck. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And then probably fail. And feel bad about ourselves, but it'll be okay. What was I gonna say? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Gonna exit. Gonna retry that. Let's see. And then we're gonna basically go... There are some systems, I've mentioned unclaimed systems are not necessarily my fave. So... Yeah, that's a... There are some unclaimed systems. There is... one? There's Hades. That it goes through Hades. Who knows what the rules are going to be for building stuff in Hades. This doesn't fit? This does not fit. I checked this already. That also don't fit? Ah, son of a bitch. Well, looks like that's probably the best bet there. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, goddamn. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh, that was lucky. Sorry, puzzles. Yeah. So we are going to go in Vega, and my idea is to basically wait, because obviously I don't think that the Jails map is really good. Jails map is really good, and I think it does bring some things into perspective, but that is by no means a guarantee that this system is going to come out after this system or before that system. It's just an idea of how far that system is and how likely it is to, you know, where you have to go in order to get to this system. And it doesn't even include all the systems because we don't know about the jump points for all of them. Especially like the Vanduul and some of the Xion systems. So I don't know, like assuming that we get some systems a year, like one jump point away from the core, the starting 5, you know, is 1 year, then 4 is going to take 5 or 6 years or whatever. No, not necessarily. They might extend into that direction. They might bias into that direction for no apparent reason. There is some interesting stuff there. 4 honestly might be the least interesting one. Oh, god damn. Leg's falling asleep. This session is 3 hours. That's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. Oh, damn. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so, yeah, no, so probably we're gonna extend to Nyx, Bremen, Vega. I can tell you that's probably gonna be one. Probably, it might expand out to Nyx, Castra and Bremen, and then Vega, depends. Then I'll probably like stick there for a while, and try and expand, because like Vanduul, the Vanduul is going to be good PvE content. I think that's not a guarantee, but a pretty good guarantee that that's going to be some worthwhile end game PvE content. So there's that. And Bremen has a lot of Bremen is a good place. It's got a lot of agriculture. So it's probably not going to be like well, I don't know. We'll have to see. It really doesn't make a lot of sense that in the ass end of nowhere, there's just, I don't know. The more I'm thinking about like, oh, Pyro has really great resources because it's unclaimed, because the law isn't there. And it's like, well, that's just not how that would work. You know, you would go there, like, in lore, what happened was, you know, a bunch of mining mining companies went in. They were like, yo, well, they said that they like strip mined it, and I just like changed it at some point, but it's like they went in, they mined stuff, and sure, they probably didn't get everything. Sure, you know what, like new deposits were discovered, new deposits, you know, appeared through whatever means, or, you know, whatever. Where am I going? I guess it doesn't matter too much. I'm ending after this. Farming resources like food and stuff, I'd be like, are you going to get worse farming materials because the atmosphere is worse in Bremen? Because that doesn't make sense. So like, also I think they did kind of, I don't know if they implied that like farming isn't going to be a part of 1.0, or if it's just not going to be an initial part of crafting. I'd have to look back at it, but yeah. But obviously the farming element is, you know, probably pretty good. I think Kruger and Galactic might be headquartered out of Castra. Castra's got some stuff, and I honestly have no idea. It seems like Castra's honestly a really kind of dead system, but there's going to be some interesting stuff there. There's also, like, it's close to the Xi'an border, so there's probably some interesting stuff. They also kind of made it sound like citizenship is real important, and it kind of sounds like it might be a little bit of a human human pride, if you catch my drift. And I don't know how much that's a thing. Although honestly, I don't know. It's a thing to talk about, but an interesting thing to have as a story element. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Terra and Stanton are also parts of the thing, but frankly, like, I kind of want to have this. Okay, so we like start growing out the org initially, and then we have these sorts of rapid expansion periods, and then sort of make those rapid expansion periods work, or make those bases work. Stanton and Terra are a part of that rapid expansion, so is a few of them, and then Fora and like Elysium and Centauri are basically all parts of like the sort of final closing the loop phase. Now, I mean, like, we'll see. We will see, but hopefully the idea of having, like, we have these systems, they're in a loop, we have some alliances, we have some, like, alliances with maybe some trade orgs, they are some courier orgs, and, like, some of their mission is literally just to move materials around is just to move materials around our bases, and that's just a part of like the alliance thing. And like, yeah, we collect a bunch of resources, we get a bunch of resources from allies, and then sell what we can, move the stuff we can't, and see how that goes. There's probably some logistical and trading things that I should probably look up, because that would probably honestly interest me and probably have a lot of good things. But and there are also shortcuts. Pyro is a huge shortcut. There is also a shortcut that kind of cuts out a lot of things, a lot of places. And also, a lot of those systems are directly connected to a lot of interesting, or closely connected to a lot of interesting systems. Obviously, it takes up a lot of the Vanduul front. There's a lot of jumps into Vanduul space. That is a part of that. Yeah, goes through and it goes through some interesting systems like Hades. And Terra is obviously going to be a very interesting one. But if I stick around too long here, I'm gonna ramble off for hours. So till next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.